Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. It's nearly the end of the year, the end of 2022, and I wanted to make a video talking about two things mainly. First of all, just a quick look back at Eurovision last year and rounding up or picking out my highlight of Eurovision 2022. And then I'd like to talk about the year ahead, looking forward to 2023 and what we know so far, what my thoughts are on national finals that we know of so far, the internal artists, and the two entries that we officially have from Albania and Ukraine. So if I were to look back at Eurovision 2022 and pick out a highlight or a favourite moment, being a fan from the UK, there's no way that I could not mention the UK and Sam Ryder and the result that we had. That has to be a stand-up favourite, probably for every UK Eurovision fan, seeing your country actually do well for a change. Going from having a very poor reputation in Eurovision and very bad results, which we did deserve, we did deserve to do badly if we send bad entries. And then watching us go from absolutely nothing, double zero, to Sam Ryder and what he did, and winning the jury vote, being a contender in general to win, and actually being successful in the competition. It's just, it was a surreal moment for UK fans because we're not used to that. It's never happened before. And if you were to think 5 years ago or even 2 years ago, that now the UK would be at the top of the scoreboard and hosting as well next year, you wouldn't believe it. So how things have changed. And Sam Ryder is now basically a national treasure. He's like the hero of British Eurovision. He's on TV everywhere in the UK. He is literally everywhere. He's done so much over the past year. Number one album in the UK. He's been on tour, which I went to. He's performed at all these huge events like the Queen's Jubilee at Wembley. New Year's Eve, he's doing the New Year's Eve headline show every year on the BBC, which is a pretty big thing. That's a big deal. And he's just become so popular, and he's like almost like our king of UK Eurovision. And I think a lot of UK fans are hoping that we can continue this success. I don't know if we'll, ever do any better than Sam Ryder. I feel like, unfortunately, probably not. But I do hope that we can really stay in the game like we are now and just continue to put the work in like we did this year. And yeah, continue to do well. So what a turnaround for the UK and what an improvement. Who would have thought that that could happen so quickly, all in 1 year? Still feels very surreal, definitely, but let's hope it continues. So yeah, I mean, that would have to be my highlight of the year. But also, I would say another personal highlight would be going to a Eurovision-themed event for the first time, going to my first pre-party in London and meeting lots of really lovely people. So I love that, and I want to do that again next year. But also my goal is to actually go to Liverpool and be there, in person, go to at least one live show, hopefully, fingers crossed. So that is definitely my aim for the year. If it's in your country, then I feel like I just have to go. I've been wanting to go, meaning to go for a while now. It's in Liverpool. I have to go in some way, even if it's just going to the Euro Village and watching it on a big screen. At least I'll be there in the host city finally. So yeah, looking forward to that. Also, another personal highlight of the year for me would be reaching 1,000 subscribers, all thanks to you. So I really do appreciate that. And I hope you continue with me with all these new reaction videos going on into the new year. So moving on, looking forward to 2023, and a good place to start, I think, would be with two songs that we officially have confirmed for the year. So first of all, Ukraine. We have Torchy, Heart of Steel. The national final of Vidbir happened in an underground metro station in a bomb shelter, pretty much, which is amazing when you think about it. I was watching it live and you can actually hear the trains going on, going past above them at some points. So it's just amazing, how, they still continue music, they still continue to take part in Eurovision as normal, even under the circumstances they're still in. The result of Rigby was completely unexpected, completely unpredictable. I don't think anyone expected Torchy to win. If you did predict that, then well done, because nobody really expected that. My favourite was Cherry Hale, When God Shut the Door. That was a big fan favourite. There were other favourites as well, but I just don't remember any hype for Torchy really at all. I think the reason why I and probably a lot of other fans were a little bit confused or a little bit disappointed by the result, I think it's because when I think of Ukraine in Eurovision, I think of a lot of my favourite Ukrainian entries, which sound very Ukrainian, like Goe, Kalush Orchestra. I tend to like the Ukrainian entries that have got that unique Ukrainian sound. And this song by Torchy definitely doesn't have that. It's a lot more pop and not what you really expect as being Ukrainian. So I can't see this being one of my favourite Ukrainian entries ever, definitely not. But people have pointed out that maybe Ukraine just wants something different for a change, and maybe they want to show that they can do other styles. And I do get that, I do appreciate that definitely. Especially now, when people said that, it made me think, yeah, of course, of course they can show different styles. I think the good thing about this is the performance of Vidbir. That was a really good, professional, polished performance. They had that staging almost like it was ready to go for Eurovision. So I think that was the best thing about it, is that they had that staging, it's already there. They could just probably take that to Liverpool. Like, I can imagine that being performed on the big stage at Liverpool. So it was performed well. I think maybe that's what helped it win. It was a very convincing performance. I've heard as well that they are planning on revamping the song, which is good, because I think, and a lot of other people have mentioned this as well, that the chorus in the song is lacking and it's a bit basic and underwhelming. But I think Torchy have said themselves that they are thinking of or planning to improve the chorus or revamp the chorus. So that's a good sign. And, it is a good song. Hopefully with the improvements it will be even better. And I think the staging is really good. That could be what helped it get the win. And the other song we have is from Albania and the Kelmengi family. So Albania and her family. And that was definitely not an unexpected result, because I think a lot of Eurovision fans expected that to be the winner. But it wasn't the winner of Thick, it was the winner of the televote, which meant that that was the choice for Eurovision. It's a little bit different this year. And again, I did watch Vic live. Well, most of it in and out. So I'm doing well with watching national finals live so far. And I did have two other favourites. This was expected to win. It was in my top three. But I also liked the song from Vanessa. Really nice song. And I actually quite like Fifi's song as well. But yeah, this song, Gaye, Gaye, I think it's pronounced. It is very typical Albanian. I don't think they probably will do a revamp because they always do a revamp, but I really don't think they need to change it into English. I hope they don't. They don't need to, and they shouldn't. It actually makes me think, and I've seen other people mention it as well, really makes me think of Serbia 2018, Nova Desa, I think it was called. And I really like that song. I like that a little bit more than this, but this does make me think of that with, the whole family on stage. I think the song's actually Duye, not not Deye. I said Deye first. I meant Duye. um, yeah, it is. I like the fact it's very Albanian sounding. It's hard to judge the winner of Vic because they always do a revamp of some kind. So I think the song might need a little bit of a revamp, but the language definitely doesn't. So I hope they don't change it into English. Um, but yeah, it does make me think of a slightly older Eurovision entry, maybe from like the early 2000s. So maybe you could say it's a little bit outdated. Not always a bad thing. But I can understand why it's what the people wanted for Eurovision. And as for the international finals that we know of so far, Benidorm Fest is the big one. A lot of hype for that. That'll be, well, the semi-finals will be happening in a few weeks, I think, middle of January. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be very popular with the Eurovision fans, definitely, and I will watch that live. We've also got Estonia Esti Lowell, and for me, there's only one winner, and that's Ollie with Venom. So, looking forward to seeing that as well. But then you've also got Belgium. I haven't done any reaction videos for Belgium, and I didn't really need to because it's underwhelming and disappointing. And I actually expected it to be like that. I just knew, you know, it's Belgium, unfortunately. It's what I expected. So that's why I didn't do any reaction videos. I thought they're probably not going to be very good. And they don't really sound very good. So I was expecting a little bit of a change from Belgium. I'm getting a bit bored of what they've been sending lately. And I just want Belgium to do better. Because surely they can if they really wanted to. So yeah, there's nothing really interesting that I know of in Belgium's selection. Um, Romania have got a few of their songs out. There is one that does stand out to me. It's called Lele. That sounds good. I think that's all the national finals that we know of that have actually got songs out so far. In terms of the internal artists that we know of so far, I think the one that I've got highest expectations for is Noah Carell from Israel. Based on her other music, I think we could be on to something quite good from Noah Carell. I've got, just a good feeling. And also, actually, the band from Slovenia, Joker Out, they look quite interesting as well. I've got a good feeling about them too. They've just got this interesting vibe about them, something different from Slovenia. And the fact that they've chosen specifically for them and to not have the national final and to choose them must mean that they've got some faith behind them, that they've got a good feeling about them. So yeah, that could be interesting to watch. The Netherlands, the couple or the duo from the Netherlands, not sure what to expect from them. I really don't know. I'm sort of intrigued because I haven't really got high expectations, but I'm also sort of looking forward to what it's gonna be like because I don't really know. But to be honest, I'm looking forward to pretty much everything. So I think that's a fairly decent summary. I can't talk about every single country we've got coming up because that would be, too much of a long video, I think. And I did talk quite a lot about the UK and Sam Ryder at the beginning. So yeah, it could be a long video. I apologise. But let me know if you have any thoughts on what I've talked about your personal highlight of Eurovision 2022 and what you're looking forward to for the year coming up, if you're planning on attending in Liverpool, or what you think about Ukraine or Albania's song, or any of the internal artists that we already know of. What are your predictions or expectations? Anything I've talked about, feel free to share your comments below. And yeah, thank you again for watching all my videos this year and commenting and engaging and subscribing. Really appreciate that because I really do like engaging with people in the comments and to know that people are watching and to watch all the other reaction videos from other YouTubers as well. I love to do that as well. And yeah, Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool. Still can't believe it's in the UK and in Liverpool. It still doesn't feel real. But bring it on. Can't wait. So happy new year everyone. See you for loads more reaction videos in the new year over the next few weeks and months. Let's do it all over again. Can't wait. So thank you for watching. See you very soon. Happy New Year.